Welcome to this video where I'll demonstrate how to conduct Faith in Every Footstep from the Hymns for Home and Church collection. This is a hymn that's been around since 1997 or so, I believe. It was written to commemorate the 150 years since the pioneers entered the Salt Lake Valley. I remember, to give away my age, I was a teenager at the time, and I remember singing this with the state choir. It had a huge impression on me then, but as I look at it now and I think about now as a much older adult, so the words are very much based on Doctrine and Covenants 4, which we often think of as a missionary section. But the first verse is really that restoration and those early saints and those early pioneers. But when we look at the second verse, and it talks about all of those who have gone to be pioneers in countries around the world and who've shared the gospel around the world. So I am a product of missionaries who came to South Africa and who taught my grandparents in 1950. And so although it wasn't in the 1840s, they were pioneers for us. And my children are now fourth generation members as a result of those pioneers. And around the world, we have so many places where people are right now going and sharing the gospel and opening new areas and being those pioneers. And many of us around the world are the products of people over the last 200 years who've gone to share the gospel. So it's certainly not just limited to those pioneers from nearly 200 years ago now. And then the third verse is, what do we desire to go and thrust in our sickle? And so that is sharing the gospel, but it's also every part of the work of salvation and exaltation. So as we teach our children at home, I'm serving in primary currently, and as I teach the primary children, you're teaching youth or adults, if you're working with friends and non-members, or if you're working with people who are already in the church but who need to be nurtured and brought along, we're all thrusting in our sickles, and we're all helping to gather this harvest, the fields that are white. So yes, a beautiful message, and I do get a bit emotional sometimes talking about it. In terms of the conducting, it's very straightforward conducting. It's in 4/4 time with an upbeat. So your preparatory takes to the side, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and there are no pauses or anything. So it is really a beautifully straightforward one in terms of the conducting. The speed is 84 to 96 beats a minute, slightly faster side of walking pace, but not too fast. And the mood with that speed is quite a brisk mood that we're going to be singing it at. It comes across as this joyful, faith-filled, these pioneers marching forward, and we're all pioneers everywhere around the world. So definitely one that you can hopefully spend a lot of time enjoying the message and the music. It's a really beautiful melody as well. So hope you enjoy it.
Work has begun to come forth among all the children of men. O ye that embark in the service of God, give heart, mind, and strength unto him. For prophets have spoken and angels have come to lift the world from sin, that Christ may reign over all the earth and bless his gathered kin. With faith in every footstep, we follow Christ the Lord, and filled with hope through his pure love, we sing with one accord. Those marvelous saints who embraced this great work and shared it in lands far and near, who gave all their heart, mind, and strength to the Lord with wisdom and vision so clear, now stand as examples of virtue and faith, of souls prepared to hear, of knowledge sure, born of humble heart, and love that banished fear. With faith in every footstep, we follow Christ the Lord, and filled with hope through desire to assist in this work and thrust in our circle with might. If we will embark in the service of God to harvest in fields that are wide, our souls may receive the salvation of